So, what if being feminine has nothing to do with being girly? I think for the longest time I had a very specific idea of what it meant to be feminine. And honestly, I don't think I realized how much I'd confused being girly with being feminine. Because when I thought of a feminine woman, I thought of someone who always had her nails done, which was funny because I literally never have painted my nails before. I thought she wore loads of makeup, had the perfect lashes, always looked put together. I've never worn lashes. I thought she wore these beautiful, romantic little dresses and skirts and looked like she had just walked out of this Jane Austen novel. Meanwhile, I'm at my happiest in my Urban Outfitters joggers. And for a while, I almost felt like I was somehow missing something. Like, am I not feminine enough? Not trying to sound like a pick me or anything. And then I started thinking about what femininity actually means to me. I realized that girly and feminine aren't necessarily the same thing. Being girly can be an aesthetic. It's the bows, the dresses, the pink, the manicures, the perfume, the makeup. There's absolutely nothing wrong with loving those things. My room is all pink, and I love having an array of perfumes. But femininity to me is something much more deeper. It's softness, it's kindness, it's caring, it's nurturing, it's being generous with your love. And actually, those characteristics have always felt very natural to me. I love cooking and baking for people. I love sharing things. I love looking after people. I love those little acts of care that probably don't look particularly significant from the outside, but mean so much when you're the person receiving them. Actually, this morning I made some garlic buns and I gave some to my neighbour, and then they gave me some plums from their tree. And I just thought that was so lovely. Like, there was no transaction. I wasn't thinking, I'm gonna bake these because I want something in return. I just made something and I had more than I needed and I wanted to share it. And they happened to have something they wanted to share too. And I think this is femininity. Not the garlic buns specifically, but the love behind them. It's giving, it's sharing, it's creating something beautiful or comforting and letting someone else enjoy it too. And I think there are little habits we can all bring into our lives that help us step into a more graceful, feminine era. And maybe you're already doing all of these. But I think sometimes it's less about changing what we do and more about changing the way we think about what we are already doing. First thing could be cook and care for people. And I don't mean this in the sense of women should be slave to the kitchen cooking for everyone while they're all sitting on the sofa. Absolutely not. I don't think women exist to serve other people. But I do think there's something incredibly beautiful about feeding people. So maybe instead of thinking, ugh, I have to make dinner, you think, I get to make something that someone is gonna love and enjoy. Maybe you put on your favourite music, light a candle, make something from scratch. Maybe you bake something and leave half of it on your neighbour's doorstep. It doesn't have to be this huge production. It's just reframing the act. Instead of seeing it as a chore, see it as an opportunity to give someone a little bit of love. Like you're in your little cottage kitchen making something with your hands and you're going to share it with someone. And suddenly something ordinary feels a little bit magical. Number 2, be generous with compliments. I think women can be so hard on themselves, and sometimes we're so quick to notice everything that's wrong with ourselves that we forget how much beauty there is in the people around us. So tell your friend she looks beautiful. Tell your mum you love her. Tell someone when you admire something about them. And don't make compliments a competition. You don't become less beautiful because you told another woman she was beautiful. It's like saying you can appreciate how beautiful roses are, and so are lilies, and so are peonies, so is the sun, so is the moon. They're all unique but beautiful in their own way. Actually, I think there's something really feminine about being able to celebrate another woman without comparing yourself to her. You can think she's gorgeous and still love yourself. You can admire someone's confidence without deciding you have none. You can see someone's success without making it evidence that you're behind it. There's enough beauty to go around. Number 3, take care of your environment. I think femininity can also be about creating softness around you. Not because your home needs to look like Pinterest, but because your environment affects how you feel. Make your bed, open your curtains, put fresh flowers in a little vase. Clean your room because you deserve to live somewhere nice. Put your jewelry away. Make your morning coffee in a mug you actually like. It's these tiny things that make life feel less like something you're rushing through and more like something you're actually living. Number 4, slow down. I think we're so used to rushing. We're always thinking about the next thing, the next email, the deadline, the workout, next thing we need to buy, the next version of ourselves that we're supposedly trying to become. And sometimes I think femininity is allowing yourself to just be. Go on a walk without needing to count it as exercise. Read a book because you want to. Sit outside with a cup of tea. Take the long way home. Let yourself notice things. The sky, the smell of someone's garden, the fact that your neighbor's plums are finally ripe. You don't always need to be productive. You don't always need to be improving. Sometimes you can just exist. Number 5, let yourself receive. I think this one is really important. We are very comfortable giving. We'll cook for someone, we'll help someone, we'll listen to people's problems, we'll make sure everyone else is okay. But sometimes we're not very good at receiving a compliment without disagreeing immediately, accepting help without feeling guilty, letting someone buy you a coffee, letting someone look after you. And I think there's a kind of grace in being able to say thank you and actually meaning it. You don't always have to prove that you can give everything yourself. So that leads on to number 6. Give yourself grace. I think this is the most important one because I don't want femininity to become another project, another thing we're trying to perfect, another checklist where we are like, okay, I need to be softer, prettier, dress more feminine. I need to become this perfect version of a woman. No, I don't think that's the point at all. I think being feminine can actually mean letting yourself be human. Some days you're going to be graceful, some days it's going to be messy, some days you'll make a beautiful homemade dinner, and other days you'll just have cereal. Some days you'll feel incredibly confident, and there are other days where you will look in the mirror and not feel like yourself. And none of that makes you any less of a woman. I think we need to stop treating ourselves like projects that we are constantly under construction. You don't have to become a completely different woman. Maybe you just need to become a little kinder to the woman you already are. And I think that's what I've been learning. I don't need to paint my nails to be feminine or wear dresses, wear lashes, need to look a certain way. And I'm definitely not saying women should not be confined to some idea of being soft, quiet, and domestic. Some of the strongest people I know are women. Women can be ambitious, loud, and independent. They can be competitive. They can build businesses and lead companies and travel the world and do things that scare them. Femininity doesn't make you weak, and strength doesn't make you unfeminine. You can be both. You can be strong and soft, ambitious and nurturing, independent and loving. You can wear little romantic dresses one day and your favorite pair of joggers the next. You can have a full face of makeup or absolutely none. You can love traditionally feminine things without needing them to validate your femininity. And maybe that's what entertaining a feminine era actually means. Not becoming more girly, not becoming a perfect woman, but becoming more intentional about the way you love, the way you care, the way you speak for yourself, the way you treat other people, the way you notice little things, the way you allow yourself to enjoy your own life. Because maybe femininity isn't about looking like a woman. Maybe it's about loving like one. Maybe that means baking garlic buns in your little kitchen and giving them to your neighbours and getting a handful of plums in return. Then honestly, What a lovely way to spend a morning. What a lovely thing it is to be a woman, and what a lovely day to be a feminine.